story. You know, Nigerian politician and activist Omoyele Sowore has announced October 20, 2025 as the planned date for a protest march to Aso Rock for the release of detained leader of the outlawed IPOB, Independent People of Biafra. Now, an initial plea by police to stop the march was rejected by court. But in a surprise twist, a federal high court, Abuja, has granted an interim injunction restraining Sowore and others from organizing or taking part in the planned march. Justice M.G. Umar gave the order in an ex parte application by the police on behalf of the federal government. Recall that the U.S. government had cautioned citizens to stay away from the protest locations in the FCT. Now, we need to tell you that Nnamdi Kanu has been in DSS custody since June 2021. Is facing a 7-count charge bordering on terrorism and treasonable felony, Mayor.
I don't have any problem with Sowore saying that he wants to protest or he wants to lead a protest. Protests and Sunday things like that are part of democratic culture. I don't have any problem with that. What I had problem with was saying that you want to go and you want to protest to go to Aso Villa because you want Kanu to be released. That is nonsensical because already Kanu is being tried in court, and it is important for us to allow the judicial process to run its course. It's important for us to do that. No matter the sentiments that we have, we must allow the judicial process to run its course. Now that the court, what the court has said is that it is important that they should not protest in certain areas of the state, and which I agree with, because there is no need to go to the villa to sit apart to achieve what, or to serve what purpose. You can protest. You can say that you believe that things should happen.
Call a press conference.
You can do that. But to go to the seat of power or to create unnecessary chaos, I don't think we need that. In fact, some of us have been appealing to government to try to look for a political solutions to this Nnamdi Kanu problem. Yeah. But they should not make it look as if Nnamdi Kanu didn't do anything. Somebody just went somewhere and just picked him. He's being tried for certain things. Yeah. They should allow that judicial process to run its course. If you want to protest, or you want to do a march, or you want to do anything, you have every right to do that. In a democracy, that is allowed. But there are limits to what you can do. And I think that Sowore should obey the law, because part of one of the foundation of democracy is the rule of law. So it's important for us to obey what the court has said.
It's a cardinal requirement for a healthy democracy.
Yes.
Yeah. If Sowore were president, would he allow this kind of a thing that Kanu is undergoing? If you understand me. He wanted to be president.
Yes. Whether he will release...
whether we agree that...
Would agree.
Because Kanu was accused, Kanu was accused of certain things.
Yeah.
Some broadcasts that he made, some things that bordered on terrorism. So...
Well, that is preposterous. It's something we can guess, because there's no real factors to work with. I mean, Sowore is not the president, and one may not be able to talk about what we do if he becomes the president of the country. But I think one basic thing is, what has been said, that demonstrations, protests, dissent opinions are ingredients of democracy.
Yeah.
In fact, the democracy we're having today is a product of mass protests. I was one of them. I was one of those that was detained. The current president of Nigeria was also, in fact, a chief protester. So no one can take away the right of people to protest against...
We cannot forget the Nadeko days.
Yes, Nadeko days. So that one is given. However, the dilemma of democracy is that the rule of law. When the court gives order, Sowore said that court order was not obtained in a proper way. Unfortunately for democracy, when there is a court order, you are also bound to have a response. An interim order. So there are two things you can do. You go to court to challenge that order, to counter it, to give you the right, to protest. Armed without document, you can go on the street to protest. Now, the things that I actually see in this debate is that there are some interesting things. Because Kanu is from the southeast, Sowore is from the southwest. Is it not interesting that in spite of their attempts to knock the heads of those two people, is somebody from the southwest now that is leading the campaign that it should be released? So I think we should take that back home, that there are a lot of things that can unite us as a people. The other one is that, look, the question of justice. You can decree that, okay, people should not protest. But that does not mean that you can stop protest, especially when you are not aware when those protests come spontaneously.
Yeah.
So our responsibility in this country, the judiciary, the government, is to ensure there is justice. One thing I see is that this guy was arrested in first 2015. In 2017, he was released on bail. Then soldiers went under Buhari, not created by this government. Soldiers went to his place in Afaru, in the Abia state, and killed so many people. And that outpour was very peaceful when it started. Then that jarred up a kind of army stamp. He ran away. He was adopted in 2021, brought to this country under the same Buhari's government. Now, we are talking of 4 years, or more than 4 years of trial. Look at what happened to Simon Ekpe. The whole trial took less than 6 months.
Yeah,
so justice delayed,
yes, in Finland,
justice delayed can raise the prospect of justice denied. So I will advise that there should be speedy trial. And of course, like you said, we should find a political solution. Because if you decree, okay, cut order, don't protest. Protests can come in the night. There's no, look at what happened in Madagascar. So the antidote to stability is justice. So I want justice for Nigeria, I want justice for the federal government, and justice for Nnamdi Kanu. It's a three-way thing. So I think there should be political negotiation. So that I'm not against self-determination. It's a process.
Yeah.
When there's violence and all sorts of things. And what is going on in this is not good at all. So if we can resolve it, if its release can bring peace, then we should negotiate and have him to let him have his will.
Yeah, Mayor, he himself, Kanu had said, release me and there'll be peace in the southeast region.
Yeah, but you see,
I'm not done yet. But again, are you surprised that forces like Sowore from are not springing up in the southeast?
No. I'm not surprised.
Does it surprise you?
No, I'm not surprised because Sowore is a professional activist.
Professional.
He has always been an activist. He was a student union leader. Then he's an Aluta man. So I'm not surprised that he wants to latch on to Nnamdi Kanu's case. Sorry, Nnamdi Kanu's case. But my own problem is that it should not create more problems, because I know that
for himself and for us.
No, for Kanu himself, because if we are going to look for a political solution to something, you cannot be seen to be combative at the same time. You will not be able to give room for that political solution. Rather, I would think that while the judicial process is ongoing, then the leaders of thought in the southeast can negotiate with government and Kanu himself to be able to get undertaking from Kanu or to be of good behavior. Because it's important for us that if we want to have a political solution, Kanu himself must accept to be of good behavior. That is when, and some people must be able to give guarantees.
Remember that the elder brother of Dim Emeka Chukwu, the elder brother of his wife.
Well, yes.
Joseph Ono, who was chairman of the presidential council campaign for in the southeast for APC.
Yes.
Released Kanu to Bianca. With leaders of thought in the southeast in attendance.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. To release Kanu to those people, there must be an understanding. Because you must be able to. There must be an agreement that Kanu will be of good behavior, and not that you will release Kanu they will not go back to IPOB, and they will continue what they are doing.
All right, we have company now. Johnson is reaching us from Lagos. I think he wants to weigh in on the matter. Yeah, Johnson, are you there? Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm fine. And you? Let's go.
I'm okay. I want to make a contribution.
Go on.
In the eastern part of the country, many people are demonstrating that the action of this Nnamdi Kanu caused so many deaths that there is no way they can release Nnamdi Kanu just like that without justice for the dead. This is number one. Then number two, I discovered that this guy, this Sowore, is a popular activist. I agree, but the fact is that there are some allegations also of people that sponsored this killing in this country that brought these bandits. Why is Sowore not protesting against these people so that they bring these people to justice? Why is he not doing something like this? Why is it that it's only Nnamdi because he feels it's a popular case? Why is he not doing something of this nature? People brought bandits into this country. Some of them have been named by that dirty Ahmed. Why are they not protesting that they should bring these people out? Let them.
Thank you, Johnson. We got you first time. Yeah. His query is germane.
Yeah. Yes. We can't ask Sowore on what basis.
Why he has elected this one instead of the other one?
Yes.
It is prerogative to decide.
Yeah. So he can decide what he thinks is good for him, and also as a presidential candidate, he also needs to weigh what will be of comparative advantage to his own political interest. So, if the case of Kanu is a good case, I think there's nothing himself that he just spoke. He can also lead the protest against those. He's a Nigerian. So, but you see, my fear is unforeseen consequences of keeping Kanu for too long. I pray he does not die in prison, because there are things that the government doesn't want to happen. And some third forces will just go in and then. So I think there should be a political negotiation. And also the issue is fighting for is about national question, about denial of people who feel their birthrights, they have been robbed of their birthrights. They are no longer proud to be Nigerians. They are no longer proud to be Efik or Ibibi or Yoruba people. They think they are not getting their right share. And they want the country to be restructured in a way that they will have greater opportunities. We cannot shy away from that. We need to restructure Nigeria and listen to the people. If the British can organize cultural conferences where people, villages, 1959, they went from one village to the other to listen to people that produce the Willis Commission. What are we talking?
Minorities question.
Minority, so we need to listen to the grievances of, look at violence everywhere now. Yeah. Northwest, Northeast, South. They say, oh, Southwest is the most peaceful. It means we are the most vulnerable. That's what it means. So we need to negotiate the future of this country. And we need to sit down.
Yeah, we have company.
Yeah.
Alaba Alakpe is reaching us from Lagos here. Alaba, I greet you. Welcome.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
I greet you.
Yes, sir. I think I want to appeal to federal government and the court to please jettison Sowore and listen to the leaders and elders of the Indigo. Political solution is the only way that can release Nnamdi Kanu from where he is now. If they want to go by listening to the likes of Sowore, things will go more worse. So I want to appeal to federal government. I want to appeal to our justice system. So please, temper justice with system and allow Nnamdi Kanu to go home freely. They should listen to the Indigo, because my fear is this. My fear is this. If the life of Sowore continue in this manner, I believe why Sowore is doing this is because it's the Yoruba man that is the president. If Sowore, if it is an Hausa man that happens to be the president, the life of Sowore cannot be.
Alakpe, no spoil waiting. No spoil the good job where you don't do. Please, please. Yeah.
You see, I understand when people put a lot of sentiments to things.
Yeah.
We should not forget that leaders of thought from the Southeast met with President Buhari and tried to convince him that there should be a political solution to the case of Nnamdi Kanu. And the position of late President Buhari was that the judicial process must be allowed.
Is in court.
Yes,
allow the process.
They allowed the process to run its course. That was the position of President Buhari
at the time.
At the time, what I would suggest is that the leaders of thought from the Southeast can start all over again, because we have a new president who may be favorably disposed to that political solution. But like I said, you can only have political solution if the leaders of thought they are supposed first to meet with Kanu and extract from Kanu that it will be of good behavior.
Especially considering that in faraway Finland, Simon Ekpa, who is thought to be his second in command, has been put in the slammer.
Of course, because it's the same thing.
Yes.
Because why was Ekpa jailed was because of his social media and the way he was asking people to do the legal things.
Yeah.
There are also videos of Kanu asking people to do things that are not legal. But what I'm saying is that it is important for the leaders of thought from the Southeast to meet with Kanu and know that Kanu is ready for peace, extract undertakings from him, and then they can now take that to the government. So that when government decides to say, okay, because it's easy, it's just for government to just ask the Attorney General to find a local solution.
The hope is that that promise, if extracted, will not be breached.
Yeah, because that is why the leaders of thought will be the guarantor for that promise.
Okay, all right, folks. So we are done on the subject matter. Don't forget, our business is to give context and clarity to the issue that comes to this hangout. Now let's go to our next story. You know, for a country that